Baldwin Caves by Bailey, Keegan, and Julia.
Why should people in Monkton know about the Baldwin Caves?
People in Monkton should know about the caves because it's a nice, refreshing hike, and if the caves become more well-known, they could even attract tourism to Monkton.
The caves are conveniently located in the center of Monkton, which would make an easy pit stop for curious tourists to visit the caves and experience the mystery the caves hold for themselves. This is the entrance that leads down to the caves.
The caves hold a mystery. We rarely found any information on them, and when we did, it was all myths that couldn't be proven. We were stuck in our position as historians and decided to take a leap and go investigate the caves ourselves.
One spring, early summer day, my wife and I were in the carriage house, in the barn, in the stable, staining the new wood that we had put up before we hung the harness in there. A huge thunder lightning storm came. And we were watching it from the barn, the storm west over that hill. All of a sudden, we saw the lightning strike, and the next thing there was a plume of fire and smoke. The fire trucks went by, went over there, went down at the bottom of the thing. They tried to get up there. They could not make it up to the top of that hill, and it was lost all.
1977 was the year that played a big part in the information we learned about the caves. In 1977, the album of the year was Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. The president was Jimmy Carter. The economy was doing well. The unemployment rate was 7.7%, which is close to the unemployment rate now, which is 7.9%. Technology was evolving and MRIs were newly created. When we look at the world internationally in 1977, it was the year of the snake in China.
Myths.
One of the myths we read was about a fox hunter. His fox would go into one of the caves and come out the other side into the Barnum Town Cemetery with game.
Another myth is about people actually going to the caves. A few men went to the caves with the intention to go into them. When they got there, there was natural gas, so they went back to their campsite to grab their gas masks, which was only 5 minutes away. When they came back, there was gravel covering the entranceway. Dun dun dun.
The hike up to the caves was about 20 minutes from the Toto Institute entrance.
We didn't exactly know where the caves were. The only direction we had was to look for an abnormal piling of rocks.
This was the steep entrance to get down to the cave.
Inside the caves, there were lots of crevices, narrow passageways, and chasms.
Some of the more daring people in our group decided to climb the walls of the caves to exit through a narrow hole in the ceiling.
Although the caves look light in this picture, they were completely pitch dark. We had to use headlamps and flashlights to be able to see where we were going.
This was one of the holes in the ceiling that you could climb out of if you dared to.
Here's Theo, one of our fellow group mates, climbing out of the ceiling of the cave.
A nice hike up to the caves would be a fun adventure for families to go on together.
The views we witnessed during our 20-minute hike were incredible.
Everyone should be able to witness the thrill of these caves for themselves.